See, that's a great comment. That's the reason why a lot of the guys and ladies out there would never get a good local driving job because they're lazy. Now, what video I'm about to show you guys, my cousin, he's getting loaded. And yeah, we not play cousins, we real cousins. There's a couple of us over here. Anyway, I'm about to show you guys after he get loaded what's entailed with this thing that we do. It's not just sitting behind the wheel, driving and open the door. Now, if you guys looking to go local and you guys are looking to deliver auto parts, swinging the door, not delivering anything, expect to make any money. You're not going to really make anything. But like what we do, we in the construction industry. We hauling concrete to the highways. It's not nothing intense labor, but sometimes you do have to get out, put the chutes on, take them off. Every time you do, you're going to have to go up that ladder twice. You're going to have to go up that ladder when you get loaded, after you get loaded, and when you deliver, you're going to have to go back up that ladder again and wash everything down. So this is not a lazy man game. And I want to show you one of the other reasons why we get paid the good money before I show you this, before I show you his video. What we do is very dangerous. This is our drum here. It's a lot of concrete. There's a lot of concrete inside this drum. There's 3 bolts right there that's holding this drum on. 3 bolts on this side, 3 on the other side. If you're driving like you ain't got no sense and you hit something, that drum there is going to break those bolts and it's going to go through that cab of that truck. Guys, keep that in mind. That's why we get paid the big bucks also.
As I wait for them to empty a trailer to go to Irvington and relay it to the yard, I'm gonna come on here because I've done videos before, but I'm gonna pin this one to the top. I get a lot of questions about pay and how they pay, so let me break it down for you. Once you apply, you get accepted, you do your phone interview, and then they run your background checks and you get an onboarding date, okay? You go onboarding, orientation, 2 weeks with a mentor, then you're on your own. All right, as you go to onboarding, if you drive yourself, they pay you 67 cents a mile there and 67 cents a mile home. I think there's like a $1,500 cap though. They're not going to pay you any more than $1,500, but that's driving your personal car there and back. They don't reimburse for gas or anything else. They also reimburse you for dinner, $30 a night, no alcohol, up to $30. You spend $60, you're going to get half back. On Sunday, for Sunday going, if you drive there, they'll reimburse you $20 for lunch, and then I think they reimburse you the night you go home. They feed you lunch every day, and you get your own hotel room. Breakfast is in the hotel, and you're also making a stipend of $240 a day. That's what they pay you. That's your starting average daily pay. $24 an hour based on 10 hours. Once you do that, then you go to orientation. Orientation is $240 a day. Once that's done, then you'll get on the truck with your trainer. When you get on the truck with your trainer or your mentor, you run that puts you, you start making miles and activity. So as you do that, your ADP goes up. While you're on the truck with a mentor, you get a hotel room every night. You never share the same room. You don't sleep in the truck. All right? And then you get out on your own. Your DC will assign you a schedule, extra board, whatever they have available up until rebids. And then you can rebid. Wherever you fall on the schedule is, you bid on everything you want. Wherever you fall on the schedule, whatever's not taken, you'll get your choice of that. But your ADP will go up. Mine started at $240. I've been here almost a year. I'm at $482 now. And that ADP, what that does is I make 10% of that per hour when I do meetings and stuff, and then I make it all on PTO days. Now, as far as pay goes, we get paid on the hub mile. There's an extra 7 cents for working nights. That's like 1600 to like, I think 4 a.m. start times, maybe a little earlier than that. We get 7 cents for working the weekends, okay, but you got to work both days of the weekends to get that. Extra 7 cents, that's on top of our standard pay. Then we get paid to show up to our stores, or show back up to the vendor, or show up to a vendor, show back up to the DC with an empty trailer. We, even if we're bobtail, we get paid to show up. That's like an automatic $11.50. We get paid to live load and live unload. We get breakdown and wait time is $16 an hour. Okay, breakdown is instantaneous. Wait time starts after 45 minutes, and then you essentially get paid by the minute on a $16 an hour rate. So you get paid for every hour or part of, including breakdown pay. We get paid to go to meetings. We get paid to take drug tests. We get paid to sleep in the truck. Like I said, we get paid to show up. We get paid to hook to a trailer. All that stuff. You also get paid if you have jury duty. You get paid your ADP per day while you're at jury duty. All right. We have paternity and maternity leave. All right. We have bereavement leave. All of that stuff. So we get paid for everything. Short-term disability is free here. We don't pay for it. And that's 6 months. And then your long-term will kick in. And you have different options for that. But I get a lot of questions about that. But that is how pay breaks down. Okay? Now, different areas have different starting mileage rates. So like my buddy in Kentucky, he started at a higher rate than I did. It's based on cost of living. I know out in California, it's different too. At least from what I've heard. So I hope that answers any questions on pay here at Walmart. If there's anything I missed or specific, let me know. I'll try to find it out for you. Otherwise, if you're looking for a DC specific, hit me up. I'll see what I can find for you. Have a good day.
How much do you get paid per mile?
$29 an hour.
How many hours do you travel weekly?
Close to 50.
What's your Friday's check on average?
$1,300 before taxes.
Thank you for honesty. How much do they pay?
This year I'll be making close to $150,000. This company pays now about $40 an hour depending on what time you start. You don't want to go to college or anything, this is a good trade. It's local, a lot of jobs won't pay you that and be local.
Do you know if you can be a felon and still get this job? You can.
You can.
And you need a high school diploma?
You don't need a high school diploma.
You don't need it. So you drive a fuel tanker?
Yes, sir.
What do you do exactly?
I load up 8,700 gallons of fuel and bring it here and deliver it to the underground storage tanks.
And how many deliveries do you get per day?
We get 4 loads, so every time we load, we have to go back to the terminal, load up again, and come back and make a delivery.
Like how many hours do you work per week?
Our shift is from 2 to 2. There's a night shift and day shift. They're both 12-hour shifts. So
Okay.
you have 12 hours to complete your work. If it's slow, we only do 3 loads, 9, 10 hours. But most of the time we get 12 hours.
So most of the time you get overtime. It's over 8 hours, right?
We get straight time. Other companies pay overtime. We get straight time, and we do get bonuses to compensate for that overtime. So we get $2,000 bonuses every month,
Nice.
as long as we do 4 loads every day.
What kind of license do you need for this truck?
You need a Class A with hazmats, tankers, and doubles and triples to do this.
Okay. I'm assuming you need experience too before they hire
You
you?
need a minimum of 1 year experience, depending on the company that's doing the hiring. Some companies are 1 year, some companies are 2 years.
Are they hiring right now?
We're always hiring.
Always
You have to
hiring.
work weekends to start. Most of the time you have to work nights. And holidays, if it's Christmas, New Year's, it's your day to work, you're going to work. You get paid holiday pay.
Okay, holiday pay.
We get compensated, but, there's nothing like spending it with family, but you got drivers that call out, but the product's got to keep going, so there's always work.
And how much do they pay?
This company pays now about $40 an hour, depending on what time you start.
Nice.
One of the biggest things right now is people that are undecisive about the type of jobs that they want in the trucking field. One of the things I can tell you is it's not a good or bad choice which one do you pick. Either if you're over the road, it's a good choice. If you're local, it's a good choice. And if you also regional, whereas though regional, you can be out for a couple days and then come home, or you can do line haul, which means you're coming home every morning. Most likely it's every morning or every night, depending on the type of hours that you have to work. On a long distance drive, that's line haul. You're going on a long distance drive, about 3 to 4 or 5 hours, sometimes even 6. You have a threshold of well, not a threshold, your limit is 14 hours on the clock. So, and on 14 hours, you able to complete your job doing line haul. Going forward and then coming back, wherever, how you like it, but you're able to come home. So I want to go over some of those things. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you a couple of people that's actually talking, and it'll give you a good grasp on what to look for when you're out here in the trucking field if you're looking to get into trucking. A lot of people have a different concept of what people make. You don't know if people make little, or you don't know if they make a lot. But then you'll find out that some companies, they pay more than some of the others. And you got companies that pay less than the top tier companies, but they're making out better than the ones that pay at the top rate. It's all reasons why. It's the hours and it's the overtime. Every company does not do overtime like the next company. So one thing about trucking, if you're looking to get into it, do not look at the company and try to compare all these companies up against each other. I once did it. You'll start to notice that you're comparing companies that you don't even understand how they operate. Just because they pick up freight does not mean they operate the same way. They don't. And I work for multiple different companies, so I'm telling you that right now. Look at the hours and how much you make, your starting pay. Look at that. If that's important, because when you go in, if you're working around I'm gonna say on average, you're working about 8.5 to maybe 10-hour days, basically for a person that's starting off. You already know that if you're going in and you're going to be making $28 an hour or $33 an hour, around the ballpark of how much money you're most likely going to probably come home with. Now, when you think about that, you already know that, okay, I know what I can look forward to. But also take in consideration, the companies that do pay the most, they are looking at you a lot differently. Make sure they're covering their bases everywhere. They have cameras in the vehicles. They got safety technology all in the trucks. The company I work for, see it right there. And the thing is, with the technology, you will get fired when you start driving these trucks reckless. So keep that in mind. But not for me talking. I want to show you a couple videos. All right. And look, if you're watching this video and you made it this far, like and subscribe, my guy or my lady. All right.